Okay.
No, it will not be Italian.
What is your name?
Timothée Boudin.
You are from France,
Yeah.
from Strasbourg, and half from.
Tunisia.
I ask you something about going to the road to Paris 2024. How the country feel the Olympic Games?
Okay, so the France is really happy to welcome all over the world for the Olympics game. We can feel something in France because every clubs, Olympic or not, are ready for that, are ready to welcome people, to host people for that.
The Olympic places are just ready?
I can speak about that for the fencing competition. The test event will take place in few days, in 10 days more or less. I will be there, I will be see if we are ready for that. The Olympic Village is building now, unfortunately without AC for the athletes, but France will be ready for the D-Day.
Usually, going to Olympic Games, the prices are.
Okay, too expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it the same?
It's the same in France, for example. Sorry, I speak again about fencing, but for the first day of tickets, it's sold out for fencing. It's a large part of the tickets are expensive, but the organization committee tried to sell tickets with the price 24. It's symbolic, but it's a minus part of the tickets.
No, I mean the cost of the whole competitions. Usually, many countries makes debts to pay it. So there are no cities, few cities wants to organize the Olympic Games.
Yeah, so that's the main point about the debts after Olympic Games. But the budget of the French organization, it's a large part of private funds. Another thing very important is short timing of some place. For example, I remember for the beach volleyball, it's just behind the Eiffel Tower. So after the Olympics, it will be take off and normal city take place again.
Do you think will be an event more important than football World Championship of 1998?
Good question, maybe. That depends on people because for me, I practice fencing. It's the main event is Olympic Games, not for football people. I hope that the Olympic Games in Paris let a large part of good things and changements in France about infrastructure, so building, but for the people too.
The COVID is
Over.
is over. Is it finished in France too?
That depends. For example, I give you my position. I had COVID maybe 2 months ago, but it's not the same than the epidemic.
People in France are really exciting going to Olympic Games, or now is are too far?
It's starting because we just passed the day minus 365 days, so it's grow up day by day. I think all of the city, all the French will be part of this event, and will take these events in the heart.
Tell me something about the integration. Usually Olympic Games are... what do you think about the war now? Do you think, and the war of course, Ukraine and Russia, do you think that Olympic Games can stop can stop the war? Olympic Games in Europe, in Paris.
Yeah, difficult question.
I know.
Really difficult because the situation of sports, between sports and geopolitical situation, are so close. I hope that it will be a time of peace, but complicated due to the situation. For example, here in Milan, we have a strange act during the women's saber individual events between the Ukrainian girl and Russian girl. So everybody have to take care about the situation, to welcome everybody, because the sports athletes are not the large part of sports athletes are not military. They don't support the war, but they have to take place for the Olympics.
Do you know if there are big personality for open ceremony? For example, singers. For example, it's too early to know.
It's too early. It's confidential.
It's confidential. And do you think many people from Italy go to Paris?
Welcome, welcome in Paris. I hope so, because the united people for the Olympic Games are one of the goals to achieve. So I hope that Italian, German, Spanish, Turkish, Brazilian, and others came in Paris.
Last question about the origin of the people. France is very multicultural from one cycle probably. Which are the how many ethnie in Italy? How many? For example, you are from Tunisia.
Yeah,
so
I was born in France, and my father is Tunisian.
Okay, so in France there are many from Tunisia, Algeria. How many origin country?
I can answer to this question. We are an open country. We try to welcome everybody in our country. So I can answer to this question with a number. But the more important is to go in the same way together.
Grazie.
Prego.